Hello and welcome back to EPIC44 with Intel. I am once again EXO and with me is Bradley Bollard. How are you feeling?
Really good, really excited to be back. We're getting to the tail end of this tournament. It's heating up now.
We're getting into the good stuff.
Absolutely. So yeah, why don't we take a look at the bracket and see how we've gotten here so far. We've had all of our upper quarterfinal matches played out.
Yep.
2 of those we saw on stream. Really good series, both of them going for 5 and 4 games respectively.
And and even the one off stream, which was Zane Moulton, actually turned into a bit of a banger of a series. A very back and forth series. Zane edging it out, but good series.
Yeah, no surprise at all, though, that we've seen Geralt prevail and come through into this upper semi-final that we're going to be taking a look at here. Geralt v Raza. Raza, the long-time Epic Land challenger, often challenging against Risky, the hero of UK Starcraft 2.
And once again, we are calling on him to be the hero to take down the reigning champ.
Yeah.
But can he do it? Well, we'll have to wait and see.
It's a very familiar story.
It is a very familiar story.
But it's a different opponent. It's not going to be a TVZ, sorry.
No.
It's going to be a TVP this time.
Yeah, the Protoss invaders have come.
They continue to keep descending on
and
Kettering.
Protoss are doing very well this tournament as well. So, it's turning out very strong. But Raza is the only Terran left in the tournament.
Yeah, it's often the case. We've always been a very Terran light in recent years. Raza kind of holding the torch up for the Terran race. And it'd be interesting to see what he has here. I mean, we were talking about it before we went live, but I was chatting with Gerald before this game. I think Gerald is a little bit miffed to be playing Raza.
Not his preferred pick, I think.
Not his preferred pick. He said that Raza plays the type of Terran that he does not enjoy playing against.
Yeah, which, as I understand, is every Terran.
Yes. Who does like playing against
Yeah. But that is exactly why Geralt is going to have to, I think Geralt is a very respectful type of player, though.
Yes.
He takes every opponent seriously.
Yes.
I was talking to him at the start of the tournament, and he was like really taking it seriously. And I'm like, you're like leagues better than most of the people here. But I respect it. I like it.
He's done his homework, certainly. He's come here to win, and he's not going to be messing around in this match, that's for sure.
Yes.
I'm sure he'll be expecting to make it through to that upper bracket final. A reminder as well for the format for everyone. It's double elimination for Code S, as we like to call it here. But the grand final, the winner who's gone all the way through the upper bracket gets a 1-map advantage in that best of 7, which is quite significant.
Yes, it is, absolutely. Because not only do you have to play less games, because the loser then has to go down to the lower bracket and then play another best of 5, another series in order to get back up, to then have to be a map down in the series. So it's a lot of extra effort.
Yep.
But, it can keep some players warm,
Yeah, some players like
thrive.
that. They thrive on the extra games.
We actually have had it in, was it EPIC40 or EPIC39? I can't remember. It's the one that Yasha won.
Yeah, from the
Yasha
lower
actually, came back from the lower bracket from very early on and came all the way back in.
That was the one, the Yasha AC final, right?
Yes, that was it. Yeah,
That's a match we just saw.
Which is, exactly. We had a championship rematch.
Yeah.
Oh, the camera keeps moving because I knocked the.
Yeah, you're just so excited.
Yeah.
Is that why the camera keeps rotating around?
I think
I've been
so.
trying to figure it out.
Yeah, I actually think that is it.
We finally got to the bottom of it, only halfway through day 3, day 2, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, looks like the players are in the lobby.
Exactly.
We've got a hell of a map. What a name. I love the name of it.
El Dorado.
We're going to El Dorado,
The city
boys.
of gold.
Yeah.
Or the man of gold, is that?
Panning for gold? There we go.
Panning for gold. Yeah. Something to do with gold.
We're not pining for gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we were pining for gold, we'd be in trouble. Neither of these players have been in Gold League for a long time.
Yeah. You know what? They should have a... actually, there should be a clan called Pyrite, like the fake gold.
Yeah.
That'd be
Fool's
good.
Gold.
Yeah, Fool's Gold. That's the one.
Maybe there's a rebrand there for Gold Masters.
Yeah. Scathing.
Call them Fool's Masters.
Do we... who came up with the acronym for Gold Master? Earlier on the stream, I put somebody...
What, instead of Gold M?
Yeah, instead of Gold M, it was like GOLD. It was like Gaming Old Something Dorks. It was something like Masters. It was great. I think it was...
Beautiful.
It was certainly a thing. All right, this is going to be a best of 5.
Yep. Longer series today. And yeah, shall we start with the player introductions?
We certainly should do.
Down here in the bottom right-hand corners, in the blue trunks and trying to invade Epic Land for the 2nd time, he is Geralt. Oh, we got psyched for Geralt in the background.
Yeah, we got some crowd.
I doubt that's picking up on the mic, but they're loving it.
That was good. And our hero, the ever-lovable, ever-heroic person. I hate when I go to use that name, and I'm like, I can't use that name in the thing. Our runner-up, our challenger for Epic Land, it is Raza.
Perpetual runner-up, we might say,
sadly.
Sadly for his sake. I'm sure that's something he would like to change. But yes, he's got a tough matchup here. It's going to be a tricky one. I don't think I've seen this map yesterday, sorry.
Yeah, we can do a bit of, for the first few minutes, that looks, which is everything looking very standard. We can kind of go over it.
Yep.
So this is one of the kind of not super crazy maps. It looks very normal on the north side. You have a gold base here, which is covered by some minerals. We have a more natural third up here. And the whole sort of top side of the map is very open. We have bases all over the place, and including a middle base that you kind of have to fight over. So for split map scenarios, it would be there's an odd amount of bases. Now, the thing that makes this map kind of more unique is that this ramp here leads to another set of mineral patches that you need to mine through before you can access the lower side of the whole map pool.
The kind of safer third, or would you say it's closer? But
well, yeah, exactly. It's
close by air.
It's close by air, yeah. This thing. And this middle section can also be mined out.
Oh my goodness!
Allowing the whole map to open up. So a few years ago, there was a map called Golden Wall. I don't know if you were around when Golden Wall thing. And since then, Golden Wall was like a really popular map. And since then, it feels like a lot of map makers have been trying to emulate the success of having this, choose how you play map.
It's like choose your own adventure book for Starcraft 2 players.
Exactly. And actually, this is probably being very annoying here.
Yeah, I think it blocked it going down for a second, and then now has cancelled. Pushed this SCV away from building for a few moments, which is really annoying when you're the Terran.
Yeah, and this is partially true because Raza went reactor first. So reactor first is often a sign of 3 racks. However, we do have a factory here, and I wonder if he's going to do that thing that he did earlier, where he pushed out with like 6 Marines and then 2 Hellions.
Yeah.
Which I admit I don't think looked very strong.
Who did he do that against?
He did that in his previous series versus Optimist.
Ah, okay.
And I can't remember if he won that game, but certainly the opening did not go well for him. It was not. It's a Musty style. If you're familiar with Musty.
I am not.
Okay, yeah. Musty likes to do that a lot. The Adept is going to come in here and actually might cause.
I think he might.
A delay? No, he cancelled it.
Realised you couldn't get up the ramp. Yes, supply depots, were up, so there was no way into the main there.
And as we see in the Protoss base, we do see there is the Twilight Counter coming out, which is again very standard. So far, it's been Adept Stalker, and we are only now going into the Sentry. Sentries have been very popular. We do have a little bit of a skirmish going on here.
I suppose the energy recharge is kind of making them a bit more viable, more exciting.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, absolutely. It's been a fun time for Protoss, I think. Losing the shield battery overcharge was a bit of a sting. However, getting energy overcharge has been a very pleasant experience, I think, for most. I think most would agree that it's been a net positive for Protoss.
Yeah, it's a cute little trick there, using the shade to get the high vision so that the Stalker could shoot up and get a few shots off before the Hellions came down. But it looks like these 2 units are going to be driven away. They shouldn't die, though.
They shouldn't die, yeah, because again, the Hellion is the only thing that can chase, but it's too low health to be able to commit. However, now that the Marines are only coming back, the Stalker can run back, and he's got high ground vision for another couple seconds, so he might continue to be annoying.
He's going to use the shade to get high ground again.
Yep, there you go, and he does it.
I think he's going to let it complete as well. Nope. Didn't need to.
But again, yeah, look at just how good control this is.
Hellion's getting repaired, but it's had to stay out the fight for too long, and he's lost a few Marines as a result, and it might die here. Oh! Geralt could have had a free Hellion there.
Yeah, I think he was worried about going back up the ramp, and he just lost vision of it.
Yeah, that's really unlucky.
And but now there's a full health stalker here. Raza doesn't realise
it. Yeah, by the full health stalker.
And the thing about this sort of thing is that this looks really kind of simple to do, but for so many players, they would be behind on their build for this. But not Geralt. He's
on his third base whilst microing his little heart out.
Yeah, and he's already mined some of these minerals out, so he's got access to the low ground.
And the vision as well.
And again, Raza was doing his build in the background, got a Banshee, but it unfortunately gets picked off. So again, the awareness of Geralt to be able to pressure the front view, hey, you don't actually have that many units. Where is your tech? What are you doing? It must be something. And then to mine out the map, have the vision and the units in position for that. So
yeah, we've seen Raza favouring the Banshee a lot in his tournament games so far. So I think Geralt probably knew that and was ready in the middle there, like you said, to intercept.
Yeah, and I love this. This is a good respect here. He's still getting a cannon in the mineral lot. Oh no, this is a shield battery. My apologies. Yeah. But still like preparing in order to deal with it. I thought I saw something on the lower side of the map here, but it may have died.
Two Banshees, one shot, right?
2 Banshees, one shot.
A shield battery wouldn't help.
Correct. Yeah. But I thought it was a cannon for cloak.
Yeah, no, I was just curious.
But yes, curious. Yeah. Okay, well, whilst, here we go, yeah, I would say whilst Geralt was guarding the bottom side of the map, he wasn't paying attention to the top side. Oh, this is a beautiful move. He saw the Banshee was coming to check the watchtower, so he moved the probe away and then moved it back.
Oh, he's blinked on top of the tanks. He might be able to get one for free.
Yeah, and he does. Excellent control there, not losing anything. And again, picking off a few Marines as well. But again, just such clear, crisp control. Now does lose one, unfortunately. But again, these Stalkers have already paid for themselves.
The thing is, he's bought himself so much time, right? He's getting Disruptors out now. If this attack had arrived earlier, it's been delayed by 3, 4, 5 seconds, and it would have arrived well before the Disruptor would finish. Now the Disruptor might have time to finish and actually be able to pick off a lot of the Marines.
And we are one whole tank down now.
Yes, that's huge.
That does not come back.
Really good force fields.
Okay, does Raza know about the third, or is Raza like completely all in here? I think actually Raza is very committed here.
Yeah,
so he's not going to go for the third, he wants to go for the throat. Cancel the production, yeah, has to get rid of that bunker. Loses a lot of SCVs, but he's still got a handful. And actually now he's starting to push through. There's not that many units here for Geralt. And it's starting to look quite scary, yeah. Yeah,
the shield batches are going to have to do a lot of work. The cloak is going to be really handy here. Is there any detection at all? There's an observer out, maybe?
Okay, Zealot's coming back from the... Zealot's coming from behind. There is no detection at the moment. A chrono boosted, or an observer is being made. Now the observer comes back, but it's too late.
There's nothing that can shoot up. There's nothing that can shoot up.
Raza is focusing the Robo, hoping that he can kill the next obs, and he does get it, to be fair. But there is one here.
He needs to scan it. Oh, okay. The observer now is going to really help these Stalkers manage to get something done.
Yeah, and Raza is fully committed. He is walking units across the map. There is no third base. He's barely mining off his natural. So he is very committed here. One Banshee does go down. That's huge.
It's 38 army supply to 12, though. There's a huge army advantage for Raza if he can make this push work, but there's so much static defense, it's going to be really tricky.
Yep. And he's forcing, he's forcing the Stalkers to attack into him, into the tank range. Again, there are 2 observers out, and there's one scan. It goes down. There is a second observer out here.
It's
in range, but nothing can hit it.
He's really low on energy, though, on the Banshees.
Yeah,
even if he kills it, there's not going to be much close
left. But again, he's trading very well throughout this. But that third is mining for Geralt, and that's actually providing him a lot of income. So even if the trades go badly, and now he finally blinks onto it, he's out of range of the tanks. Is able to save the... Oh, because he got out of range of the observer. That was a huge moment. And now thinking, however, we have this Banshee being rallied in. It might be able to kill a thing, but Raza's got to pay attention to it. Micro it back. There we go. He gets it back.
He does get it
back. One
back.
SCV on repair duty, holding on for its dear life. We have an interception in the middle of the map, though, as Zealots are able to stop reinforcements from coming along.
There's no Robo left for Geralt either, so if this observer goes down, it's probably GG. He's getting on top of the tanks, though, with the charge dots and the Stalkers. All the tanks are going to die.
Yeah, again, he's just had so much money because he's had that third up and mining that he's been able to power through it.
I think this was there for the taking, but unfortunately it looks like Geralt's done it. He's held the push, and that was exactly what we were saying. Geralt said he kind of hits the way Raza plays.
Yeah, exactly.
TVP, and you saw it there. That's exactly the kind of thing Geralt didn't want to have to play against, and Raza made him work for it.
Yeah, exactly, and that was a really scary moment. Like I say, it's so very easy to move too fast or to commit to try and kill the Banshees. That feels like such an important threat to kill, but then the tank fire will absolutely destroy your Stalkers, and then suddenly you just lose the game.
Yeah.
So you have to be so patient, but again, he had more money, had more income, he was able to make just rounds and rounds of Zealots, and the trades weren't good, but eventually he was able to clear up.
There's all the little bits that added up, you know. It was the catching the first Banshee as it was going through the middle with the 2 Stalkers and driving that back. That kind of delayed that harassment. Then it was, as you said, the micro on the probe, pulling it away from the watchtower and back again, so that he could blink on top of the Stalkers and kill one of the tanks. If he had an extra tank in that push, imagine how much harder it would have been to hold.
Big agree, yeah.
All right, we're going to get into game number 2 here. Well, at some point, I'm going to make my prediction now. At some point, we're seeing a 3-Rex, I'm calling it.
You think so? All right, interesting.
Raza, he is the old faithful, I think.
It is the old faithful.
He pulled it out in the previous series and did actually lose that game. So I don't think he should do it, but he will.
Well, yeah, okay. No, fair enough. Well, we'll have to wait and see on that. Let's have a look as we warm up into game number 2. Let me just fix the things. There we go.
And we are here on Ultra Love, starting in the top right-hand corner in the blue trunks. Currently 1-0 up in this series. The Polish Protoss, Geralt.
Yeah, looking dominating, looking on fire, but that does not stop this man's spirit. He is out there making this man work really hard for his wins. It is Raza. And, where's the... Let's see. Oh, hang on. We can see...
yeah, he's looking up there. He's rallied it to a proxy location.
Okay.
Now, we'll see what's going to go there.
Which is interesting because, Barracks is at home. So this is not like a hard committed big cheese. But is this gas first?
Cheese.
No, it wasn't. And it wasn't gas first. So it's It could still be a fast factory on the map. I doubt that. I'm interested to see. Yeah, this looks something kind of special.
Special tactics, maybe.
Special tactics. So something you can do here, that like I'm sure Geralt will be fully aware of, but that can catch a lot of lower level Protosses out, is that when you come in here and there's an extra barracks being made, you can come up and you can see everything looks normal, but there will be no orbital command starting. And then you go down to the low ground and you block the CC, and you think, haha, I'm blocking the CC. But the Terran actually doesn't have enough money to take it because he's built the extra racks.
Yep.
But it's kind of like the Protoss feels like they're being productive.
They feel like they're doing something.
Exactly. Because normally,
yeah,
normally he'd have the money already, but he didn't have it until, well, now he has it. But again, now it's like, oh no, please stop blocking my thingy. This Marine isn't coming down. So yeah, everything looks normal, but you'll see, yeah, there's no orbital command because you can't afford the orbital command when doing this. But this... Did
Geralt manage to scout that?
No, Geralt only touched the ramp, and then he didn't come in and check the gases.
Interesting.
But everything looks very normal to him. That's the interesting part. Now, he doesn't send the probe home. He's actually just kept it tucked away at the side here.
He's going to go back for more.
So yeah, he's going to go back for more.
But the wall-in will be finished, sorry.
Yeah, exactly. I think at this point, with the Marine in the front, like it's not... Again, it's too hard to read to say that anything is really weird here.
Yeah, absolutely. He gets driven away, just like you said. It's only the one proxy rack, so I've been let down, and it looks like Marauders and Concussive Shells are the order of the day.
Yeah, interesting. So I think this is going to be... Actually, I'm not sure if I've seen this. Not for a long time, anyway.
No.
But, yeah, like I said, I'm aware of the trick of where you've got to go in and check if there is an orbital. Because the orbital not starting is really what gives this away, that there is something on the map. At the moment... Yeah, Geralt is unaware, is effectively unaware. Now the Adept comes in, and now he might be able to start counting Marines or counting SCVs.
Raza was awake, he's brought that up, so yeah.
And he's walking around. So again, he's playing this very normally. I think this might start looking suspicious for thingy. But again, we've already seen Geralt's great micro with just a few units. And now that there's no like high ground ramp to stand on, Raz is actually going to lose these units. And now it's like, hey, why are you running out onto the map like this? That might also be suspicious. Yeah. But if he can get the conch shell...
recalled, right?
Yeah, he recalled.
He knows
the Marauders
the
will push in the front. Yeah. Incredible game sense to put the battery down. I should have checked to see when he was doing that, because that's such a hard call to make, I think, in this situation.
Yeah, absolutely. I saw the recall coming in. I think he kind of made this decision about when he saw those Marines going out on the map, like you said. Something was up then. He probably put the shield battery down around the same time he started fighting the Marines, and then it had finished by the time he finished his recall. So that shade should not have been done, and they might get a Marauder, though.
No, it doesn't.
Nice micro, nice micro.
5 hit points. Yeah, one more hit would have got that.
So Blink's now on the way. That's the tech of choice that Geralt's going to use to try and hold this. He's chilling at the moment, though. Getting his second base kind of set up as well. Preparing for this attack, though.
Yeah, and again, I'm not sure that there's much more to be done with this now. I don't know if Raza should just go home, take a third base. You know, he actually did he ever start? Yeah, he got his orbitals. Yeah, so he's got double orbital now. But maybe you start the third, or you commit to some other tech. There's third rack. So again, still no factory, still very low on gas, and unfortunately, that Phoenix is going to come in and see that, hey, this is still. I think here, yeah, you go up to Robo Bay, exactly, because there's going to be no Vikings, there's going to be no medevacs for a long time. You can stand on top of your ramp and defend, or you can make a real sharp timing and hit. And
do you just make Disruptors, or do you make Colossus?
I think Colossus.
I would make Colossus, but I'm not as anywhere near competent at this game.
I would make Colossus because that's easier to micro. Like, sorry, the way we say it, it's more reliable damage.
It's less skill dependent.
Yeah, less skill dependent. Yeah, that is actually very true. We do have the Immortal coming out first, and again, Blink, he's in a very solid position. Again, Geralt not taking any major risks. He's not trying to take a third base anytime soon. I think you do need to consider that. Did he get a Forge? I thought we saw a Forge coming down as well. Yeah, but he's not using it because money is tight and making units is more important.
This Blink is just about to finish, and these Stalkers are going to get a lot more mobile on the map. However, Raza is going to push in maybe now? No, he's changed his
they kind of missed each other in the night. However, 2 Marines coming out here, and that might give Raza the go-ahead. Yeah. In fact, okay, now things are about to get chaotic. He does get a Marauder on this side. Now, there is one thing. Good force fields, though.
Immortal dies.
Immortal does die.
Exo's dying, and that's going to be it. Not the only one dying. Raza has also died in this game. Push did not pay off. The defense was too strong. The static D, he spent a lot of time trying to kill that sentry and just really didn't have any luck. And Geralt will comfortably move 2-0 in that series. It was a real shame, I think, that you died halfway through the final fight.
Something really hit the back of my throat.
You were good. Take a drink.
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, no, again, Raza is sort of feeling out the situation, and I don't blame him for kind of like leaving there. Once the the ideal situation is you walk up, you kill all the probes in the natural, you kill the robo, and the game was actually won there. Sorry, so it was a real big play that he was trying for, and once he saw the units weren't in position, I think that was the time to go
for it. Yeah. But even still, even with almost all of Geralt's stalkers out on the map, he couldn't make any inroads. The force fields were good. The shield battery was good.
And the Immortal survived for long enough to like get enough hits off to like slow it down. And again, that army is permanently hurt by stim or any damage it takes, right? Like there was no medevacs.
No healing.
So, if anything, maybe, well, no, it obviously paid off. If Geralt went on the map and he found the main army, he could micro back. And if he went round the main army, then he catches reinforcement, then he can still defend at home.
Do you think I can count that as my 3 racks map?
I mean, there was 3 racks.
3 racks. It wasn't the way I expected them. It didn't work. It wasn't the way I expected them to come out, but we did see 3 racks. All right, let's introduce the players for potentially the last time in this series. Starting again in the top left-hand corner, it's our blue Protoss on match point. Here's Geralt.
And his opponent in the red trunks representing Red Dragons, it is the hero Raza. I don't think he'd like being called the hero, actually. I think he's a very, he's
humble.
He's a humble guy,
he's a very humble guy. Very humble guy.
But the people's champion.
Many talents. These mirrors are kind of crazy. Can we stop following the SCV and go back? Oh, they're not mirrors, they're like a screen. When the SCV was going past, it was like doing crazy reflections.
Like you can kind of see the reflections of...
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it was like that. All of that. I was like, whoa. It's kind of mad. Mad tech.
However, that is 2 SCVs that we saw moving out, which is...
Alright, maybe this is the 3 racks.
2 racks? No, I don't even think it's 2 racks Marauder, because you can't get a...
there's the 3 racks.
Add-ons here.
Told you.
Oh, yeah, because the thing...
There's 1 in the base. Adds up to 3.
Wow, this
1 plus 2, actually 3. Oh, that's fun. I like the pathing there.
Ooh. Yeah, you like it. You like the pathing as a spectator. As a player, you don't like that. It's very annoying.
Do large units even fit through that? Like, can you send them an Immortal through that?
So yeah, Immortal does. I'm not sure if a siege tank does. Or an Ultra.
Ultra definitely shouldn't. Not now that they're bigger.
But they are. Well, they're smaller. They got made smaller.
I thought they got made bigger.
I thought they got made smaller.
Lied to me. Hart told me they're bigger and more intimidating.
I thought they got made smaller.
He said they're worse because they're bigger.
Nobody builds Ultras. It doesn't matter.
I mean, we saw them yesterday, and they were. Who won that game?
I don't know who did win that game. Okay.
Never mind. Let's move on.
Marine first, come out here, killing the probe for first blood, and again. First blood. This looks reasonable. Like it was a fast second supply depot, so it looks suspicious, right?
Yeah.
But Raz has been playing suspicious all sort of series, but he has been committing on that suspicion,
Yeah. So I think if you're Geralt, if you have any inkling of suspicion, you've got to act on it, right?
Absolutely, yes, yeah. Because you're 2 maps up as well, right? So it's like if Razo's like going 3cc in his main base right here, I think you take the economic disadvantage and just
you just live with it.
Yeah, you just live with it. But here we have the big boys, the SCV people. Yeah, I would say we want these 2 guys to get going as well. And now, did he see it already?
Yeah,
he might have seen it already with this.
He's trying to hide the Phoenix as well to make it so that Raza doesn't know that he's seen it.
Yeah. And now again, I don't think you can defend the natural. I'm not actually sure. I think you just defend the high ground.
He's trying.
I think a second battery on the high ground. Geralt, please. Actually, Geralt, you know what you're doing. Don't listen to me. All right.
The boys are going to have to be pulled, though. There's no 2 ways about it. The Adept is going to be the only thing here to defend against like 8 Marines and all the SCVs. Okay. It's going to be too late. He's putting 3 though, and he's got force field.
Good force field. And with energy overcharge, this is actually huge. So this build used to be a lot stronger because you'd get in eventually, right?
He can just force field for a days and then wall in.
Yes.
Like what can you even do there?
Oh, that wasn't the best force field though. And there's no energy for energy overcharge. This could be huge. Now the boys are being pulled. No. SCV and Marines are in with probes.
I think he's going to win. I think Raza might actually win this.
Okay, no.
Oh, no. Wait, the shield batches are all finishing. Yeah. Okay. I didn't see that they were all nearly done. Okay, this is going to be really hard now.
But he has lost a few probes, and he's continuing to attack with the probes.
They're even.
Yeah, the batteries only have so much energy, and even when the battery recharge, again, there's only so much energy on there. So we will see. We have more Marines being rallied in, but they're not actually joining in the fight. They're standing around the back. F2, Raza! F2! Get all your units together! And again, the Adept is really important because it does so much damage to the Marine. So that's actually the thing I want to go down first. Looks like he's actually targeting the Sentry, though. But again, the Sentry isn't going to go down. There's just enough energy. There is also a energy recharge and a second Stalker about to pop out. And I think Geralt has been able to make the hold.
The shield batteries are finally drained, but everything is dead. The Mana Mule comes in. Raza calls GG. And Geralt gets the 3-0 sweep. Straight into our upper bracket final.
Straight into the upper bracket final, where he will be playing either Zane or Figaro, two other great contenders in this tournament. So yeah, fantastic.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What a series, what a series. It's a shame we didn't get to see Raza take a map. I would have liked to see that, but hey, we got the 3 racks we wanted, so we can't complain about everything.
Just want to say, average unspent resource for Raza in that game, 52.
Now that,
frankly,
that's peak macro.
That is peak macro. You can't get much better than that.
You might not like it, but this is what peak performance looks like.
Exactly, yeah.
Cool. So speaking of that series, Zane vs Figaro, that's going to be next here on this stream. I'm going to be joined by Hart, I think, to cast that one.
I think he wants to cast it,
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm pretty sure the players should be not too far away from being ready. So we're going to probably throw to a quick ad break, and then we'll be back with that series in just a moment. Thanks.